Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. My name is Larry and today I am in the Macarios luxury place. This is the most luxurious estate here in Lagos, Nigeria, currently selling. So in this video, I won't be doing the talking. I will allow the brain behind this vision do the talking, and that is Matthew Ashimolowo, who is the brain behind this product. He's going to do the talking and I want you to hear all he has to say. He is going to give you the full package of what this estate comes with. We had an opening ceremony and I was opportune to be there and I covered the event. I will be playing that short clip for you to watch so that you can get him speak about this estate. You know, they say it is best to hear information from the horse's mouth. So I will allow him do the talking, and after that I will come back and summarize this video. Before I allow you watch this clip, let me give you a glimpse of what to expect in this estate. This estate will be having the first of its kind in sub-Sahara region, which is a dancing display water fountain. This water fountain will be dancing to the rhythm of music. This is one of the best features that no estates can replicate here in Lagos, Nigeria. In fact, the only African country that did this is Morocco, and it was done by the government. But imagine an individual is bringing in a dancing water fountain in Lagos, Nigeria. Imagine what that is going to bring to this estate. It is going to attract lots of foreign and private tourists who will be wishing and dying to come and have an experience of this great nature and technology blended together. Okay, so watch this video to the end and you will enjoy it. I will see you after this short clip.
Macarios luxury place, as you are here today, sits on the Lekki Expressway. So I would like to take you through the PowerPoint and we hope I can get them to work. I've lived in the United Kingdom for 39 years. I still live there. My family is still there. My children were here with my grandchildren and my daughters-in-law. And every time we come, I want to impress my grandchildren with the need to continue to always be Nigerian. But then when we come, we're looking for a place to go in Lagos. And we don't often find. For a city of 22 to 27 million people, that is a disappointment. I believe that our vision in Macarios is therefore not to build an estate people will come and live in and just live. We wanted to build something that is a global statement. We wanted to build a place that will be the pride of you who are here today. And I was a reluctant visitor to Dubai. I'm not exactly a tourist. I almost don't go anywhere unless I'm going to preach. But my wife is a dedicated Dubaian. So that was telling us what various towns will be called. And my first visit to Dubai, I guess it was probably, I went for a birthday, the birthday of Pastor Biono Antonio of Koza. And I went to the Dubai Marina. I was so blown away to see what nature and technology can do, combining water and technology to make an impact. So our water display place is not a figment of imagination. You are actually sitting in our water bowl right now. So make water no carry on go. You are sitting in our water bowl. Matter of fact, it is today's launching that made us to delay the excavation of the 1.5 acres of the water bowl, which actually has thrown our project back a little bit. So instead of opening April 10 like we planned, we're going to open May 1, Labor Day, May 1. You come here May 1, Labor Day, you're going to see some serious display here. Please put your hands together and celebrate that. So the Macarios water place is a place where as you come, just in front of our estate here, we've taken like 3 meters of the setback plus 3 meters inside, and we are creating what is known as a promenade. You'll be able to sit on concrete seating as you watch the water display. So there will be a beautiful promenade in front of this from where you can watch the water display. And if you are wondering how about the people on the street, we are going to build a wall, because if we are putting, guess how much it is costing us? $6 million to build Macarius water, just the water place. We didn't need to do it. It doesn't make real estate sense. And having done business since I was 14, you shouldn't put $6 million in a place, but we're doing it because it is going to, number one, make a global statement. Number two, and in fact, when we invited OASI to come and do it, they said there's nothing like it in Sub-Sahara Africa. The only place they've been invited in Africa to do it is Morocco, and it's the government of Morocco that is doing it. So this is going to happen, and it's happening by May the 1st. We've already marked. We had to remove all our markets. And so this is the water place. Part of what will happen is this water you are looking at, it dances to music. Not only does it dance to music, then it will be concentrated to become a TV screen. And video will be projected. Video will be projected. So you came with your children, you bought ice cream from the mall. You sat at the promenade. Before you know, your children have paid us to say happy birthday. Which mommy shall we put here? Mommy Dorothy or Matan will say happy birthday, whatever your name is. You just see your name written on the water. There'll be video screen. Nigeria's independence, will play the video. Lagos State is doing something major, we'll play the video. Nothing offensive. We'll play videos of musicians that are not immoral and that are not religious but just amoral in the middle. Because we don't want to offend anyone. Macarius is for everybody. I hope that makes sense. Water place. It's going to be a major statement. It's going to be very major. 1.5 acres of the most prime part of our land is what we're using, the one which faces the road. But our mind is to see that we do something that you also can be proud of. And then beyond the water display, I'd like to talk about the whole of Macarius. Like I said earlier, it is 33 hectares. 33 hectares, 8,000 square meters of just the mall alone. But 8,000 is 2 acres of a mall that will just be at the back here. And then we have 2,000 square meters of office space. When you go out of this hall, the other side is still part of the commercial. We'll show you later how Macarius is divided essentially into 2 sections, commercial and residential. And if you don't live in Macarius and they didn't invite you, you cannot enter the residential. It's going to be like a fortress. Then we have 2,250 event hall, so that if you came to Macarius to wed, you can use the water place for your background, the event hall for your reception, or the children's park, which you will see later. The next slide. Here, Macarius shows you that we're going to be having an estate. I mean, most of the time, the people who are HNIs, high network investors, want a place which they can live and they didn't have to hassle, and they have rest, they have peace of mind. So Macarius will be a place where you have peace of mind because we have parks. And I was showing some people outside. Our layout approval was pursued by a one-time commissioner for physical planning, the one who handled it for us, and the one-time president of Nigerian Institute of Town Planners. So even where we wanted to compromise, he would say no way. So we have 1.5 acres of football field, basketball, any other kind of sport you want to do. Then another 1/2 acre again. I'm just wondering who will have really but we have so many parks in Macarios where it just means you're able to go sit down in the park and play in the park. Next slide. Macarios, like I told you, has a commercial section and a residential section. The commercial section has a major mall, which is 8,000 square meters, and we are likely to just sell the space to the people who build the mall, or we might build it ourselves and then look for a major carrier, a major business that will now attract the others. But certainly Macarius will be a place where you can come and shop and you can also dine. You see, Macarius has 4 things. It's a place to live, it's a place to work, it's a place to play, and it's a place to dine. So we have a grand mall still in the section that is commercial. Next slide. The next slide, please. Macarius is also a place where we have 1/2 acre dedicated to an event hall. So that if you came to Macarius, the business section is where you can have your event. You can have your photographs at the various parks inside the commercial, and you can also have it in the water place. Next one. Macarius will have close to 10,000 people living there. At least that's a calculation from the water and mechanical engineering company who are working with us. They said eventually at its full stage, 10,000 people will live in Macarius, and obviously they will need school space for their children. Just behind the mall, therefore, we have a major space, about almost 2 acres set aside for school space. So for some of you asking, commercial space for sale, if there's somebody who wants to buy the space for the school, it basically means they are just plugging in into an opportunity. Next thing about Macarius, next slide. This is the general picture of this area. I often feel like saying that Macarius is at the meeting point of Lekki and Ibeju. I don't like it when people say, oh, the place is in Ibeju. We are not in Ibeju. We are under Ibeju local government. One day that name will change and you'll find that it's the most respected place. You know, today people love to say they are in Lekki phase 1, but that used to be Morocco. How many of you remember when Lekki phase 1 was Morocco? Shanty town first class. Shantia and Adiobule. So one day Ibeju is going to change. But Macarius is not really in Ibeju. We are on Lekki Express, albeit under Ibeju Lekki local government. And the advantage this gives us is that at the end of today's presentation, you will drive around, you will find that Macarius has 6 to 8 lane express in front and a 4-lane express at the back. So if you are coming into Macarius, you could, before you came to the front, turn and come through the back route and enter your house. Unless you are coming to the residential, you could also drive through the back to the residential, but to the commercial, but you cannot through the residential. Want to give the residential people first-class treatment. I think they deserve it. Put your hands together for our residents even before they come. Next slide. Macarius, why? Why this area? Firstly, it is expected that the level of industrialization in this area is going to be on a level like you have never seen. The largest deep sea seaport in this part of the world, the largest refinery outside of some parts of Europe, likely to kick off this year. We pray it happens so that all this QQQ will come to an end. It is an anachronism, an oxymoron, to be the producer of a product and yet you don't have the product. So This area of Lagos is going to become highly industrialized, which means a large number of people from around the world will come and live on this end. I remember when we were engaging the Egyptian gentleman who is now our consultant COO. He said, I see this area explode because the day is going to come when people who live in Lekki phase 1 who come and work here will not want to do that journey anymore. They would like to live on this side. Why this area? Because it is referred to as the new Lagos, and we call Macarios the new Ikoyi. Come on, put your hands together for that. Why? Because with the landmark in Ibeju, Lekki, no area of Lagos will be more developed than this. You know, when you have the last develop, you correct previous errors. And let me just tell you something that may not be on this map, and the people in the village opposite us don't know, is that the mobile you saw in front of us will be going one day. The houses you saw in front of us will be going one day because a train line is coming there. I don't hope they'll give me a better mic. A train line is coming that will come from Marina and take you to Ekpe. Come on, somebody celebrate that. So development is coming on a level like has never been seen, parallel to the road you saw. And I do apologize for the level of traffic you saw when you were coming. It's a current inconvenience for a future convenience. The road is being completely changed, and the quality of construction, if you can notice, is on a high level. It is so that the road will have a high durability. But on that parallel to the road will be a train line. So anyone who lives in this area will have the option of not only driving but being able to catch the train to go many places. Why this area? Ayeteju will rise to the top of the list of destinations sought after by tourists. And when that time comes, we want Macarius to be at the forefront of leading it. In the next 5-6 weeks, one of the engineers in OAS will be leaving Germany to come and do a final assessment before they begin to bring the pumps and the equipment to set inside the massive bowl we are building here. Why Ibeju? The deep sea port would link West African nations and support regional economic operations. For those who do not import, you may not know the hassle of bringing in containers and other stuff. Next slide, please. All right, this is a panoramic view of Macarius. This is the 33 hectares, 83.7 acres. This is Lekki Expressway. You drove in through the front, but in the future it will not be so. The green you are looking at in front is our water display place. And just beside it to the west, no, to the east, is the park for children. It's going to be a water park. It's just behind me here. It's going to be a water park with train driving inside. Come on, put your hands together and celebrate that. We're not imagining it. We're already in discussion with the company that will build it from South Africa. They're currently handling a project in the United States of America. And once they finish, next one will be Macarius. Also, we also want to be very wise. We want one part to be presented, and while we're enjoying that, we open the next. Behind the water is the mall. Behind the mall is the office. And just behind all of them to the east is a car park of about 3 acres for everyone in the business district. One massive car park, whether you came to the water display place, you came to the restaurant in the mall, or you came to the office, one massive car park to handle everyone who comes, that is able to park between 2,000 and 3,000 cars. To the west of the commercial first building is a hotel, and we're looking forward to a 4-star hotel already designed We will build it, but if somebody shows us the good money, we'll sell the design and the land and let them also be witnesses. Next to the hotel is an office complex. Remember, Macarius is a place where you work, you live, you play, you dine. So there'll be an office complex, and whoever is building the office complex will want to work with them to create a multiplex kind of office complex where you can come and rent a room for your businesses, for your office work. And next to the office is the event place, which people can come and rent. Next to the event place will be a 2,000 square meter, half an acre land given by Macarios to KRCC so they can have a church there. It's free, but I'm looking at the national superintendent. They should bless Macarius by buying land in the residence. So 2,000 square meters of the commercial part will be a church building given to KRCC, and it's my vision, matter of fact, to come and help them pastor that one. And next to the church building, there's going to be a hospital. There'll be a hospital so that it is in the commercial section for two reasons. We don't want anyone who have an emergency in the area and there's no place to go. They're able to come into the commercial section to engage the hospital, which means somebody with a good practice can buy the hospital. The residential part of Macarius is broken into 3 or 4. I start with the west of Macarius. This long part is made up of 10-floor buildings. 10-floor buildings with 52 apartments in each of the buildings. 52 apartments, but high-end. Macarius does not want a barrack experience. I've had enough. I was born in the barracks. I don't want another barrack. So all the houses there will be 10-floor buildings, high-end apartments, residences. In fact, the top of the 10th floor will be a beautiful 5-bedroom penthouse, which will be more like a maisonette, so that it is double floor, which therefore we believe that there are people who want luxury, but they don't want to buy one plot of land for 2 billion naira anymore. And they want something that gives them the same quality of life. Same quality of life. And in a place that they can say this is good. So 10-floor buildings will line up here. In the middle will be 192 terraced houses. And we're going to show you what they look like later. The terrace houses, matter of fact, we've laid foundation for 24. We were waiting for our layout approval to be out before we can proceed, and it came out 4 p.m. yesterday. After 8 months instead of 2 months. Lagos State collect their money upfront, 36 million for layout approval. Macarius does not want to build or sell land to you and say, we have COO, we have COO. COO is no guarantee that you are permitted to build. COO is no guarantee that every plot there should be sold. Proper roads should be created. Proper spaces should be put. So the middle has 192 terrace houses. Just below the middle, we have 18 detached houses. These detached houses will show you what they look like. Currently, there are 230 plots in Macarius available for sale. Having said 230, at the south of the land, Macarius acquired additional land. That was why I said used to be 83 square meters. It is now 94 square meters. But we are only talking of the 83 that has all the approval. Are you with me? I said, are you with me? The green areas are the various parks statutorily set aside and approved for recreation and the various events. Next slide, please. Next slide. This is the layout of the residentials. The one to the right are the terrace houses. There are 192 of the terraced houses, and there are 18 of the detached houses. Move to the next slide. Next slide. This is the terrace houses. We call it in Greek anthizo. Anthizo means to begin to bloom and begin to grow great. You may say this man likes Greek a lot. Part of the reason is we wanted to be different. We wanted to be unique. We wanted something you could identify with, something also that has its mystique. Its mystique. So, the terrace houses, the anthizo, is made up of 4 bedrooms, a staff apartment, space for your parking. There are 192 of them. And like I said earlier, we have engaged one of the companies in land, Dutum. I think they have a small stand out there. And they've already started building. Dutum is building the terrace houses, and they're also building our promenade. A promenade where you will stand to watch the water display, which will be in front. Next slide, please. The next slide shows you the quality we want to build in Macarius. We want to build a house which people will feel that they are proud to live in Nigeria and to work if they work in this area. So this is Anthizo. This is the terrace houses. Next slide. This is one of my favorites. I keep wondering, maybe I'm going to even live in one of them, or just buy my plots from Macarios and build. But if I have to live in Macarios, this might be one of the ones I live in. The deliazo, which means to dazzle, to make a person enthralled, to put a person under, to make a person awestruck. We want you to live in Deliazo, and you and your guests are awestruck. Because Deliazo has 6 bedrooms, 6 reception. It has a cinema for you, so you don't have to go. You can show it in your house. It has space for your parking, and for those who buy early, Macarius will throw in a swimming pool, which is worth about 15 million free to them for those who buy the Deliazo. So you might as well present that to your friends. Next slide, please. The third build of Macarius will be the 10th floor apartments. We call it 2 names. We either call it the Akmazo, or we call it Imperial Towers. There is a tower that has 52 apartments. Some are just 1 bedroom, some are 2 bedroom, and then there are 5 bedroom maisonettes there too. The Imperial Towers will be a place where a person wants an apartment, does not want a big house. However, they want quality. This gives us the chance to max the land. It gives us the chance to give more people the opportunity to live in Macarius. It gives a young family, an upwardly mobile individual, the chance to be able to live where they can be proud to say, I live in Macarius. All the prices of these various houses and apartments are available for you today. Next slide. And then the next slide, please. Next slide. Now we come to the plots. Macarius wants to do something very different. We waited 23 years. We never sold a plot to anyone. A matter of fact. And in those 23 years, all we did was invest. If Macarius is exposed by way of borrowing, it will be that we borrowed to do the roads. Because when we finish and you go out now, you find that Macarius has 27 roads, all ready. When this event finishes, the 3 major roads will be tarred, and the 23 smaller ones or 24 smaller ones, their paving stones are ready. Ready. We have Engineer Femi Falai, whose company is the road contractors. Please stand up so we can appreciate you. Put your hands together for him. I feel that we have people who can do good job and we can engage them. Femi Falai are the ones who also did the road in Ikoyi. One more time, put your hands together for him. So we have at the moment, within the approved layout, 230 plots, all in blocks. The whole of Macarius is made up of 17 blocks, and we're only selling in 2 blocks at the moment, only 50 plots. When we finish selling the 50 plots, we'll take a break. And when we come back in 3 months' time, the price will not be the same as what it was. So Macarius plots would have electricity, cables already put in, the water would already be there, the drainage system will be central, so that whatever you did in your bathroom, number 1 or number 2, is going centrally to a central sewage system. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of the CEO of Comment Engineering, who are building all our mechanical, electrical, plumbing, other letters I did not remember. Engineer Adeyemo, put your hands together, please. Engineer Adeyemo has handled several estates you may not even know. Pinnock Beach Estates. That's where I got impressed with their work, because that's where I have a little house, and any time it rains, no matter how it rains in Lagos, you never see water for 30 seconds. And also I must also acknowledge Mr. Okuniro on that one, because he was committed to see that that estate stood out. Today everybody's boasting about, please celebrate Akim Oguniro one more time, former UPDC CEO. So that is what we want to do in Macarius. Each plot, as you come in, you plug into electricity, you plug into water, you plug into the sewage system. You may not know the hassle it takes away from you. So when people hear of some cheap plots somewhere, they do not know the consequences of buying those plots that don't have a layout approval or have all those amenities in place. Next. Okay, now we come to Macarius power. There will be 3 forms of power in Macarius. Number 1, the cabling of your plots will have been there. Number 2, we will bring in PHCN metered. Then we would allow people to have generator, but we will regulate the generator by way of the decibel of their noise. We will prefer the ones that they say silent. I don't think there's a silent generator. In fact, when you buy them silent, after 2-3 years, you are hearing a sound. So there will be generator, there will be PHCN, and the third, we will encourage solar. We will encourage solar. That's the kind of house in which I live right now. So sometimes when the PHCN takes off lights, my gen kicks in within a minute. But when I'm not in, my housekeeper, a Filipino, I can't leave the gen for her. If there's no NEPA, solar takes over. She has light, she has there's lighting now for a TV, for a fridge, for everything. So that's what we want to do in Macarius, so people can have a convenient life, not having to endure. Next one. Water in Macarius, like I said again, will be central. It will be central, so water will be pumped everywhere in the estate. Next. Waste management. When I finish the presentation, if you please look at the layout on the board there, you will find where all the sewage of Macarius will gather. So there will be a sewage treatment system. So there will be no soak away. There will be no soak away. I mustn't tell you the drawbacks of soak away. Because one of it really is that it goes back again to the water you pull out from somewhere. So there will be a central sewage system in the waste management. Who knows, some of it might just be extracted for agricultural purposes. This is Macarius Luxury Place. Welcome to Macarius Luxury Place. Welcome to the future. Welcome to the greatness of Lagos State. Welcome to a place you also will be proud of. It is our hope and aspiration that the day we open, for example, our water display place, we'll be able to have His Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State.
Welcome back, viewers. Now you've had it all. Now you've seen that the futures you're bringing here is what best class futures that we were bringing into this estate. Tell me what will stop you from owning a slice of Macarius Luxury Place. If you hesitate, you're going to miss one of the best estates you will ever find in Lagos, Nigeria. This estate is currently open for early subscribers, and if you key into this estate right now, you will be one of the beneficiaries of some of our discounts. Don't miss owning a piece of land or a house in here. All the information you need will be beneath the description section, and also you can call me for more inquiries. If you have questions to be answered, give me a call. I'm going to answer all that. My name remains Larry, and don't miss Macarius Luxury Place. This is that city that will stand out above every other estate here in Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.